Huddle up, team. We are so excited to talk to you today about achieving financial freedom using the power of compound interest.
Woo, that's right. And we're also going to introduce today our Summer of Savings Challenge.
Woohoo!
We have no idea what that means yet. We just decided this morning that we wanted to do it. It's going to start June 1, June, July, August. 3 months, Summer of Savings Challenge. So stay tuned because it's going to be a lot of fun. But we are talking about 90 days to change our life. You can do anything for 90 days. But so stick with us. But right now we're continuing to talk about the power of compound interest and how it can change your life. Last week we spoke about the most important, number one most important variable.
Time.
Thank you. Thank you. Time is your most important variable. The second most important variable is money.
Yeah.
How much money have you got to save every month? That is the question, okay? And that is your job. How can you increase your savings rate? And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to share stuff with you so that you can save more money. Then the third variable, and we'll talk about that next week, is rate of return. But that's like the least important. And I know Wall Street's got you convinced that's the most important. It's not. Time and money are the most important. So let's talk about money, okay? And how can you save more money?
We are going to set a goal. You have to have a target goal, a picture of bullseye, and your target is in the middle.
Okay.
Or get as close to as so whatever that amount of money you would choose for your family.
Oh, like a dollar number or a percentage of your income? Okay. Set a goal.
Yes.
Right? Guys, here's what we know.
A peace of mind then.
You basically have three options, right? You want to save more money. You got three options: spend less, earn more, or do both, right? Spend less, earn more, or do both. That's it. Those are your three options. So we're going to start, we're going to cover them really quick, okay? First off, spend less. Now, don't get your panties in a wad, okay? We're talking about this for 90 days. This is a short-term, answer, a fix to get you on the right track. You can do anything for 90 days. So, do this, okay? Change your life. But how can you spend less money for 90 days? What is our number one thought on that, Tara?
Through taxes on your W-4, go and redo that.
Yeah.
Consider seeing what can be done about that in insurance. All insurance, home, car, cell
phone insurance. Oh my gosh, you spend so ridiculous amount. We do, okay? We just got new phones, and it's $17 a month per phone. That's $34 a month. Stupid right now, because I'm not in an occupation where I'm like abusing my phone or in challenging situations where it's going to get broken, right? And you've got yours in a protective case and the whole nine. That's just wasted money. So I'm going to cancel ours.
And I paid like $35 for my protective case, but we missed this. The very first thing is to automate everything.
Oh, yeah.
Can kind of just
backtrack. Okay, so number one, we want to encourage you to automate your savings plan, right? So what that means is every time you get paid, when there's a paycheck deposited into your account, automate the process so a certain dollar number is moved directly into your peace of mind account, right? A lot of people refer to that as your emergency fund, and we don't like that. We like peace of mind. That's beautiful. That's a state that you want to be in, okay? And so automate that process and decide right now how much you're going to put in there, right? And put it on autopilot and force yourself to save it. Because the worst thing that can happen is you get to the end of the month and you really don't have enough. Pull it out of your savings, okay? As a last-ditch effort. If nothing else works, you have the money still. Pull it back and pay it. And then do better next month, okay? So, yeah, automate. Set that thing up and force yourself to turn on your creativity and your ingenuity and find a way to save the money. You can do it. You're just not trying hard enough, right?
It'll just take a little bit of time.
Okay, so you're going to automate, number one. Number two, then, we're going to review your taxes. That's your biggest expense in life is taxes. Figure out how to reduce your taxes. And number two, insurance. Get it requoted. It's not fun. We're not talking about it being fun. We're talking about it being necessary, okay? Requote it because you'll find a way to save money. And look at your stinking cell phone insurance because you can save, like us, we're going to save $34 a month starting next month, okay? So that's number 2. What's number 3?
Well, the high interest rate of credit cards. That was all kind of together.
Oh, that's so awful, right? If you have high interest rate credit card debt or worse, payday loans, that's like financial cancer. We got to get that out of your life.
Better do that.
We got to get it out of your life, okay? So we want to look at your debt overall, okay, and have a new debt plan where we can maybe restructure, consolidate, do whatever, get a new credit card that's got a 0%, APR introductory rate for a year. We change this stuff up. Like the tools are there. You just need to take the initiative and get her done. Okay. But don't settle. You're not stuck. You can go refinance your car loan, right? Your local credit union probably has a better interest rate on a car loan than what you're in right now.
Right.
Just go ask. Okay. Look at each debt and figure out how can I restructure this so I can lower my payment, lower my interest rate, and change your life, because we've got to save money, right?
Yep.
Summer of savings, baby. Find every way you can save money. All right, what's next?
All right, number 3. So that was 1 and 2. We have a couple things in 1 and number 2. In number 3, there's a couple things. Apps for your cell and the subscriptions you have on your cell. Those things that you have a free 30-day trial. And then the 30 days ended and you forgot to stop it. So it's going to continue.
That's right.
End up paying, $7.99, $8.99, whatever. Take a check of those things that are on your cell.
Yep, that's good. Not just your cell, though, right? Also your internet service, your streaming TV service, all those apps there.
Because they all have trials.
Your magazine subscription, your monthly, beauty box subscription, or your there's all kinds of subscriptions, right?
There are.
Look at your monthly statements, your bank account statements, your debit card, your checking account, your credit card statements. Look at all those things that are recurring and evaluate them, because I'm telling you, there's a whole bunch of them that you're really not getting value for.
Remember, it's for 90 days. You can do it.
That's right. So cancel it. Just cancel the thing and see if you can't live without them. I'm telling you, you probably can. And if you decide later you miss them too much and you can't exist without them anymore, you can add them back after 90 days, right? But your apps, subscriptions, memberships, dues, any of those recurring fees, you want to.
The next one, memberships.
Yeah, season passes, right, to like your Disney World or Cedar Point or, whatever, Fun Spot, I don't know. Guys, we're just saying 90 days. There's other options. Try something different, right?
The gym, if you're not using the gym, because gyms are important.
Exercise, physical fitness. Right. We are believers.
But if you're simply not using it for whatever reason, perhaps it's time to cancel just for the summer, just for the 90 days, and then start back up.
If you miss it too much.
Right.
Right? So this is a huge way. You can save a lot of money. You could save $100 a month.
Right. Yeah.
Or more, double, $200 a month. Just like that.
Right, because everybody buys the smoothies and the protein shakes inside.
While you're there, right? That's right.
Next is empty that storage. We have one.
Oh, yeah, the storage locker, right?
Especially when it's in a climate-controlled. The rule they say is if you haven't used it in a year, you probably don't need it.
Don't need it.
So many folks, yeah.
So that's kind of a twofer right there.
It's tough.
Because you could sell the stuff and free up cash to put in your savings, but then you reduce your monthly expenditures, how much you're spending, by not having that big storage locker rental fee every month. That's a twofer. So check that one out for sure.
For sure.
Okay.
Cook at home, do any kind of cooking, packing your lunch, anything to reduce your food bill. I'm sure that you have a budget for food, but what could you do to, we all go to
spend less.
Yeah, we continue to go to the grocery store the same day every week, and before looking into what we already have, perhaps wait a couple days, or it's just
try a different grocery store.
Right, taking the time.
Find ways to save money. Eat the beans in your pantry. All right, you've got stuff in your pantry, in your drawers.
The ones that go in the crock pot that are in the bag that take a long time.
Right. You have it and you just haven't eaten it. So maybe it's time to eat it. You can save a few bucks just for 90 days.
And no more bottled water, perhaps use the Brita.
Oh my gosh. We spend so much money on bottled water.
No more Wawa
We should stop
coffee.
that, right? And get a Brita.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can make coffee at home really cheap. And you got a hot thermos cup, right? You don't have to spend
a good one too.
Yeah. You don't have to spend $5 on your latte. Just for 90 days, will you just push yourself? All right. Do something different. Save the money. Okay. All right. What else? Entertainment.
Keep it at home for the 90 days.
That's right. Twister is an all-time favorite. Okay, maybe not Twister, but you know what? We have game night, or do something. Have friends over to your house, right? Enjoy the parks, enjoy the lake, it's summer. Go outside and have fun, but do fun. Go to the museum, go to the, whatever. Find local things that you can do that aren't going to cost you much money.
Right.
And we are advocates. Have fun, have a life, okay? But find ways to have a great life, do fun, new, different things that don't cost money because they're out there.
Yeah.
Right?
That's good.
Oh, and when you're doing that, that means you're going to the bars and the clubs and the restaurants less.
Right.
So you're spending less money on booze and food. Like you can save so much money by just changing that up. And you don't have to give it all up.
Right.
But cut it back. Find ways to save money with that right there. It can be huge. All right.
Next is any utility payments. To take a look at your cable, your internet, your cell, any utility payment.
Yeah.
To see if it can be lowered. And
trash bill, electric bill.
And ask. Just take the time to
call them up.
Yeah.
Say, hey, I'm thinking about switching. You got a better deal for me. Have you ever heard that before? You can do that, right? And they'll say, oh, well, hold on one second. And they'll check it out and they'll come back and say, yeah, we can save you $10 a month. All right, perfect.
Yeah. Asking there's a lot of power in asking.
That's right. All right, next
one would be getting your hair done, any kind of beauty, mani-pedis. What could you do to, I know I get mine every 6 weeks.
Yeah, so I'm going to grow out my hair and get a ponytail. Okay, no, I'm not. But you're tracking with this, right? Like we spend and we can spend a lot of money on ourselves, pampering, beautification, all that kind of stuff. Just find a way to cut that back a little bit for just 90 days. Okay, you're not going to get all out of control. You can do your own nail polish or have your girlfriend do it for you or whatever, right?
Yeah. That's fine.
Just find, if the more maniacal you get, the more ways you'll find to save money, and they're out there. Okay.
Next is all about getting rid of those. Now's the time if you want to, drink less, skip it altogether for the 90 days.
Your unhealthy habits.
Right.
Right. And you have them. Right. You have them. We all do.
Yeah. Stopping smoking or the junk food, the sugar.
All the Skittles. Come on. You can give up Skittles for 90 days, right? All those Cokes, right? All the soda and pop that you drink or soda pop, depending on where you are in the country, it's one or the other or both of them together, right?
Pop.
Soda?
No.
Soda pop?
No, just pop.
You know what we're talking about, right? There's ways, junk food. Oh, those chips. Come on. I love chip. Donuts. I love donuts. Reduce. If you can't cut them out, reduce. You can reduce, right? You can survive 90 days with less donuts. All right. That's good.
Things that you can do yourself, like your yard service and like things outside.
Right. If you hire a gardener or a lawn service company or tree trimmers or whatever, some of that stuff you can't do yourself. I get that, right? But some of it you can. Painting, some maintenance, whatever. Yeah, change your oil on your car. Maybe not.
Right. Well, or if your neighbor loves to do that and then swap out, do a favor for him if he can do it for you.
That's a great idea.
Once again, just asking.
That's a great idea.
And the last one on this one is the staycation.
Yeah. That family vacation every year. Yeah. Well, you know what? You don't have to spend all that money, right? Especially if you got a goal, especially if you're trying to get your emergency fund funded and reduce the family stress over money, right? Stay home. Find some other options. There's a ton of creative options, I guarantee you. So you can stay home, but still have a lot of fun and build those memories and relationships, all the things that you want to do, but you can do it for less money. A staycation is a great way to accelerate your path to financial peace and financial freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. All right. So are we done on the spending less money? All right. That's spending less money. So now your other option is to make more money, right? So what's the number one way you can make more money?
Ask for a raise.
Boom.
In your occupation. Absolutely.
When was the last time you asked for a raise?
Yeah.
Seriously, with inflation and all these people, quiet quitting the last couple of years, people have been changing jobs like crazy, right? If you're good and valued at work, then ask for a raise. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? They can say no, right? Then if they say no, then here's your option.
We'll get a new job, perhaps in the same company, but a different position.
Yeah, ask for a promotion.
Yeah.
Find another open position with the same company, with the people you know and trust and love and all that kind of good stuff, but get a promotion. With a promotion comes a raise. Right? So if that's not going to work, then go outside of where you're at and go find another job. Because there's people looking for talent, for dependable, reliable, skilled people, and you may be appreciated more somewhere else and get a big old raise.
That's good.
Okay. Number 3 is get another job.
Yeah. Part-time. Something you love, though.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
There's nothing wrong with getting another job. There's people that have multiple jobs, right? So if getting a higher pay or a different position to pay you more isn't an option, then go get another job. Part-time job, nights, weekends, whatever. Find something you can go make more money because they're out there. All kinds of them. All right, good. The next thing, now we're getting a little bit more creative. We're branching out.
The house hack. What can your home, how can you earn more with your own home? Yeah.
So this is really a broader category of look at what you own and how can you monetize it. So if you have a home that has an extra room, maybe you can put that on Airbnb, or maybe you can host, and let a student that's going to your local college, rent a room from you, right? Maybe if you've got a pool and a beautiful backyard, you could rent that out for pool parties. I'm telling you, there were people that would love to rent your backyard oasis for their event, for their pool party. You can totally go do that. I read a story about a guy that had a great big fenced-in backyard, and he turned it into a dog park, and he sold memberships and subscriptions so that the neighbors could go over there and walk their dog either in private or in settings where they could socialize with other dogs. I mean, there's so many options. It's engage your brain, be creative. What do you have that somebody else could use? Maybe it's a space in your garage. Maybe it's a space in your attic. Maybe it's your shed. Maybe it's your driveway to park their RV. I mean, there's all kinds of opportunities there. Don't limit yourself. Stand back and look at what do we have that could be monetized, and you'd be surprised.
And then along with that, renting out your
car, your boat, your motorcycle, your RV, right? You can't drive them all at the same time, right? So there's people that will rent that stuff, and you can make some decent money. Yeah, that's a great option. And again, if you want to, you could sell the car. It's like, look, this is really, I'm not using it enough. We'll just sell it. We can get by on one car.
Perhaps, especially if that's something you've already been thinking about. Next one would be the matching contribution at work. What's happening with that?
Yeah, that could be free money that you're missing out on. You need to check, because if you work someplace with a 401k and they have a matching contribution and you're not taking advantage of it, then that's free money. That's newfound money, right? Maybe you need to put 3% of your paycheck into it and they'll match 3%. But take a look at doing that. That's some more money. Summer of savings. That's some more money that you could find.
Yes.
What else?
Almost done. Garage sale, yard sale, sidewalk sale.
Yeah. Turn your treasure or junk, however it may be, into somebody else's treasure, right? If you're not using it and you haven't used it in a long time, seriously, just declutter, like purge, right? Someone else will value that stuff and they will pay you for it. And then you can get your financial life changed and back on track.
Yeah. And the last thing would be a side hustle, that little something you've always been wanting to do.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be complicated. I mean, start your own business. Do what you do during the day, maybe for yourself, though, now on nights and weekends, right? You have a skill, and it's not confined to your 9 to 5 at your employer. Like, you can take your same skill and use it for yourself. Or take a passion. Maybe you love to bake, or maybe you love to cook. Like, you could do meal prep and like have food delivered to neighbors. You can make that, and they'll pay you for that. Instead of paying a restaurant, they can pay you to do the meal prep, pay you to make all the birthday cakes or the wedding cakes or the whatever cakes, right? There's tons of options there. But if you love dogs, you can be a dog walker. You can be a dog sitter. You can do babysitting. You can do elder care sitting or visitation, or run their errands, or get their groceries, or, I mean, there's so many options. Just find out when you've got time and what your resources are, and find a way to monetize it, because you can do it. Right? Okay. So there you go, guys. A whole bunch of ideas on how you can spend less and make more for our summer savings challenge. Right? All right. 90 days to change your life. And we're going to start June 1. Like I said, we just thought about this morning, so we'll have more details. So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Check back often. We're going to be rolling out the details. We're pretty excited about it. But the Summer of Savings Challenge is coming soon. And we want to help you change your financial life. So subscribe, hit the bell, like, comment. Let us know what you think, what your ideas are for the Summer Challenge. That would be kind of fun. But be sure to build in. We're going to encourage you to reward yourself every 30 days. You need a little bit of incentive, a little short-term reward and focus for the longer term, 90 days, even though it's not that long. We want to make sure that you are successful with this. And I think that's it, right? Guys, the power of compound interest. If you're in your 20s and 30s, legit, this is the most powerful thing you can do for your life, for your generations after you. Start saving right now. You cannot comprehend the power of compounding over a long period of time. And you can't do a long period of time if you don't get started early. Okay? This is seriously the biggest opportunity, and the most valuable non-renewable resource you have is time. Don't waste it. All right. Until next week, have fun and save your money.